Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I appreciate you taking out time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciated, so thank you in advance. So today's episode, we're going to talk about what I feel is the peak of the Borderlands franchise, and that is the second Borderlands. So right off the bat, I feel like this is the best version of Borderlands because it's a peak in the writing of it, because we hadn't seen that type of writing in a video game. You know, the introduction of Handsome Jack, which they, immediately ran into the ground. I understand it was a very, very well designed character and it got a lot of positive feedback, so I get it. But also, again, they ran it into the ground with pre-sequel and all of that stuff. But I really enjoyed this Borderlands 2. One, I can also play, soldier basically, so I had my turret and whatnot. And I was always a fan of, why don't you just add the classes that you had plus whatever new stuff you want to add. But they make the game, not me. But I still thought this game was fantastic. It was a great sequel. It was, everything that we got from the first game. The only difference was they changed the loot system a little bit, and I kind of personally didn't like it, but also it wasn't a game breaker for me. So still really enjoyed it. You got to see the cameos from the original game, and that was really cool. And it all kind of flowed together. There was a nice sort of pacing to the game. I always felt like the number of side quests in this game was a perfect balance. It wasn't too many, wasn't too short, wasn't too long. The DLC added a lot. The Torque side quest I thought was like one of the best pieces of DLC. There's also where we get Tiny Tina. So a lot of the next kind of series of mainstays for the series is starting here. I thought that was really cool. We also got the introduction of Krieg, who is very much a fan favorite. I understand why. He's a great character. You being able to play a psycho who you've been going against in these two games, and now you can play a version of. I thought that was really cool. So yeah, I liked the guns. I liked everything they added as far as the weaponry. It became, you got a lot more variety within the different corporations, in addition to, the Iridium stuff and all of the different variations from the class mods and all of the different combinations you could do, especially with some of the late game things that they added to it. Customization, went up even more. So there's more variety, more colors, more heads, more skins for your character. And this was before a bunch of different skins were the norm. As always, boss characters are fantastic. Like I said, not only did you have people like Handsome Jack, but you had Wilhelm, and you started to meet a lot of different people and abilities that they had, which also increased the different type of weapons that you could potentially get. And this was the first one where they started doing like the boss farming thing, which I'm not a big fan of, but also, if this is what they want to do, that's cool. But it didn't, again, none of the things that they kind of added to the series didn't detract from the core gameplay, and I thought that was always most important. Still a pretty difficult game, still best ran with a crew. But just, all of the things that we love and enjoy from the Borderlands franchise, I think were exemplified here. So I always thought this was a fantastic game. This is also, it started the trend of every Borderlands, well, more than the first one, where you have to kind of open up the main hub. In the first one, it kind of took you like 45 minutes max. Here it starts to become like, not necessarily a chore, but it definitely has a longer opening sequence. Then again, this is just about having the right combination of things. In this game, it was just enough. It wasn't too long, and it wasn't too short. And then I feel like as we got into the next kind of entries into the series, they started dragging things out a little bit too long, in my opinion. So to me, this is where everything kind of aligned perfectly as far as the amount of content, amount of classes versus having too much in one game. Now, I'm sure you've all played the Borderlands sequel or something in the Borderlands franchise, so I'd like to hear your thoughts on it as well. Favorite class, favorite character. I'm still partial to the original version, the Roland version of the soldier, but, Axel's not bad either. But I'd like to hear your thoughts. As always, I appreciate you taking out time to let me reminisce with you. Y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.